copywriting. What is copywriting, and
Yeah.
how does that involve us as an industry?
Right. Well, copywriting is the normal thing that you might think about with copywriting would be, say, for example, photographs or databases or written instructions, that kind of thing. A copyright protects the kind of, it protects the physical expression of something. So, for example, a photograph, a piece of music, a piece of software, a piece of written work. So copyright might be in the business in terms of the photographs and images that you've taken. In terms of your website, that would be protected by copyright.
So with something like that, like before and after images, putting those out on social media, how do you protect those? Because you'll see someone's images on someone else's posts and things. How can you protect those? Is that just a watermark, or is it?
Well, copyright belongs to the person that takes the photograph. So say, for example, you were the salon owner and you were photographing my work in the salon. The photograph would belong to you individually, or possibly even the salon, because the salon employed you to take those photographs. And in that case, obviously, you're not just going to let anybody use those photographs. Unfortunately, of course, it's very easy to lift them on social media. So you can put watermarks in them. You can also make sure that, for example, somebody's consented. You should make sure that, customers consented to have those photographs taken, and you've got a written consent there. And then you have to just jump on it and say, look, those are my photographs that you've taken. You're passing your work off as my work. In fact, you're trading on my good reputation. I've got good results here. So you can pursue people under, copyright and passing off quite often in those sorts of instances where people copy images. I know that is a big problem in your arena.
Same with sort of written content as well. So if you wanted to copyright protect something that you'd written, is that again just writing it on the bottom, or is that more complicated?
Put a C in the circle next to it.
Yeah.
There's no registration process with it. Some people try and protect it by sending it to themselves first class post or whatever. In the States, there is a copyright registry. If you're in the States, you can register your copyright. Over in most of the world, you can't do that. You can do it in China, incidentally, as well. But putting a C in a circle, copyright Susan's work underneath, 2025, date it, that kind of thing. That's the sort of thing that you can put on. It declares that you own it.
Yeah. So if you were writing a blog and things, is that the same for something like
exactly,
that?
Put your copyright on it.
Right.
You probably remember in the old days when people did drawings and things, they'd sign it, wouldn't they, at the bottom? And I mean, this is how artists always used to put their signatures onto paintings.
Yeah.
Was to say, well, this is my painting. This is, signed by me, and that's a badge of authenticity. The trouble is, these days, of course, it's never been easier to copy.
I know. Yeah. So with websites, are we getting then into licensing? When the thing that I've seen happen is with websites where web designer has made a website, but then when someone wants to move, they've said that it's their website and things. What's that?
Well, I think with websites, the one thing that I would counsel people in doing is making sure that they own everything that's on it. So making sure that they own the images that's on it, making sure that they own the copyright that's on it. If you have some third party makes that for you or does that for you, then you should insist when they're paid that there's an assignment of those rights back to you. Hosting can be another problem too, because that's quite often the hosting is tied in with the website creation. So you've got a website there and somebody's effectively got the keys to the door because they are hosting it. And again, I've always insisted in my business on having, my own backup of the website, my own access to the website. All the material is made by us. You would expect that, wouldn't you? The photographs and the images are properly licensed by us. So it's all about ownership and thinking things through to start with copyright.
And I think this is the thing, isn't it? It's thinking about before you jump in. Because, with things like a new website and things, it's really exciting to get it, and you're more intent on having that website than like thinking, right, what could go wrong? What do I need to think about protecting?
Yeah, and websites are hugely valuable. If you get a website that is naturally SEO, brings up an awful lot of organic traffic, then you want to protect it. You don't want somebody to slavishly scrape off your website and reuse your material to create their own SEO friendly website.